Very true, very true. Zachary.
You football and then you bully on somebody.
Yes. Bullying is something you do to someone else. It's a mean way, very good, Zachary. It's a mean way of talking or acting towards someone else. The main way that bullying happens is when there's one person who picks on another person, and that person's feelings get hurt. In terms of that, how do you stop bullying? Do any of you know ways to make a difference and stop this from happening? Yes.
Use your words instead of ending your name.
That's a good way. What else?
Don't be a bystander if you're watching bullying. The person that's getting bullied is just standing there, letting them get bullied.
That's perfect. That's awesome. Yes, absolutely. Does anyone else have comment beyond that? What else?
Can you
Go
tell
ahead.
an adult?
Tell an adult. Absolutely. Tell an adult. Yes. Now, I can say that I was the victim of very severe bullying in school. I was picked on, pushed around, punched, beaten on to no end. Much of what I was because obviously I stuttered. Two, I'm dyslexic and have other differences. That then made me a target for others to come and pick on me. Guess what helped me the most in dealing with bullying?
What?
Martial arts. What you guys are doing now was the top way, the main way that I was able to increase my own self-esteem in order to stop other kids and people from hurting me. Because let's face it, words hurt. When someone says something mean to you, it hurts. It takes effect. It makes you say, ouch, I don't want to hear that. At the same time, the only way that bullying is happening is if you get hurt by it. Someone can say something to you and you can realize they're really not nice for saying it. Say, you know what, I'm not going to get hurt by that. And not allow it to hurt your feelings. In terms of that, there are various ways that bullying occurs. I would actually like to borrow the CITs again to act out the same scene was done the last time I was here. Can I get the CITs? You all come up. Now let me have, just to get a feel of how this works, the very smallest CIT over here. Who's the very small? Come on over. Come on over. Thank you very much. Now we've got the two tallest kids. Who are the two tallest?
Xavier Cameron.
All right. Let me have you both right here. I'm going to have four of you behind him. I'm going to have the three of you come over here for a second and stand right over here. Now here you've got an environment in which this poor person is smaller, is all alone, and it's really hard to then combat against all these big kids. Now the kids behind the two biggest kids are normally there because they don't want to be bullied, so they're behind the two bullies in order to keep from being bullied. Now there are those who stand over to the side, the bystanders, who think they're not involved and then they're not part of the problem because they're not in this group. However, by standing off to the side here, they are still equally as involved because they're not helping the victim, who is still getting beaten on by this big group of kids. Now, if we take the four of you behind, come on over here, stand behind the victim here, and maybe had the review to also stand behind the paradigm. The environment here changes, in which case these two big bad bullies don't have nearly as much power over the environment. And this group of small kids all of a sudden becomes a lot stronger. And frankly, these two big kids are not going to want to bully this whole group of kids that now has a lot more power. Thank you guys very much. Now, peer pressure. Who knows what peer pressure is? Go ahead, please. What? Well, peer pressure can lead to, yes, what?
I'm taking a guess.
Yeah, go for it.
If you're doing something and everyone expects you to do it.
Yes.
There's a huge crowd and they expect you to do it, so you're in pressure and you have to do it because if you don't do it, they'll get mad.
Yes. Can you say that same thing louder? That was perfect.
If you're doing like a big event and there's a huge crowd, the crowd is going to expect you to do it. So if you don't do it, they'll all get mad.
That is exactly right. Did everyone hear that?
Yes.
Therefore, peer pressure, when you're in the same kind of environment we just had, the kids standing behind the two big bullies are kind of pressuring the other kids to be behind them. It happens every day. It happens all the time. And part of it is that everyone has their own insecurities and doesn't want to be outcasted. However, there's nothing wrong with having insecurities. No one is perfect at all. And frankly, if we were, this would be a pretty boring environment. But bearing that in mind, again, having insecurities is perfectly fine. I, for one, am quite insecure about the fact that I need to lose a whole lot of weight. For various reasons. Two, balding. However, I can think you, but you can make balding look pretty good. Master Shrank, would you agree with that? Right.
That's bullying.
It is bullying. What I just did was clearly bullying. Yes, and I apologize for that. But point still stands. If you're okay with your insecurities, then someone else can point them out to you and have it be hurtful to you. A big part of my case was not being insecure about the fact that I stutter. I love the fact that I stutter because it allows me to have more connection with all of you, more connection with all my clients that I see as a therapist. It was my biggest issue that became my biggest gift, where every negative, every issue can always be turned into positive if you make it that way. That's also a way to stop bullying, is in terms of not being sensitive to your issues and being able to show your issues in a very positive light. Now, I'm going to ask you again, how do you make difference? How do you make change? How do you stop bullying? Let's hear it. Go for it. Yes. Yes. Stand up for people. Thank you. Excellent, Lynn. What else? Yes?
So like, if somebody like coming to people and somebody else is having fun, like, and much more better, so like, make the quality of the other person, then make the bullying out of control.
absolutely. Love that.
If they're bothering you, just go away, do nothing.
Or can, very good. Or confront them, but about it. Say, this is what you're doing is not nice. You trying to hurt my feelings is not nice. Stop doing it. What?
If they're cyberbullying, you can block their email address so they don't realize so they can't do it anymore.
Well stated. Well stated, yes. For those on the internet, yes, cyberbullying is a very big issue, and being able to block them is a very important thing. Very much so, yes.
Tell a teacher.
How to teacher? Yes, absolutely. Use your voice. You all have a very strong voice. Yes.
So like everything from the bowling it doesn't make so much noise. Like the bowling from the person that's trying to bully on you. So like so you just run away and they attack and hide from it so they can't see you.
That is, yes, that's a way we do it, but we don't want to hide as much from it. We want to make a stand, make a strong stand, and say, you're not going to hurt me. You're not going to hurt anyone. Does anyone else have comments? Well, you guys have been awesome. I want to definitely encourage you to use your voice, use your strength, and the fact that you train in martial arts here, use that as a way to empower yourself to be good people, good citizens, and stand up against it. And with each of you doing your part, bullying will not happen. Thank you very much.